Thanks a lot, guys. A very familiar face joining us right now live here on 12 Sports. Larry Fitzgerald. Larry, we're here at your 13th annual Fitz Supper Club. What's it like to be out here and doing this thing now for 13 years here in the Valley?
I mean, it's great. I mean, when we started this, year one, I would never imagine we would be at this place and still being able to, do what we're able to do here. We sold out, 2 months before we even opened the doors, and like that has never happened to this point. The partnership I have with Dominic's, Jeff and Oliver are here. They've been such a great teammate to me, allowing me to have the restaurant and, just be able to give people the experience that they would get any other night here. So it's great.
This Valley still supports you, man. They love you.
I feel it. I feel it everywhere I go, from going to Bashas' or AJ's to go shopping, or from washing my car. I feel it, and I really appreciate it. It always means a lot to me. This place has left an indelible mark on me. My purpose now was to be able to serve this community and give them everything that they poured into me for all the time I've been here. So that's why I continue to do this and support a lot of other local charities that are doing great work in the Valley also.
What else do you do now? You pro pickleball player, pickleball owner, businessman? What are you up to these days?
I'm busier probably now than I've ever been. So it's been a lot of fun. Kind of venturing out, but that's kind of how I planned it. When I was doing internships every off season to kind of get a taste of what I wanted to do, familiarize myself on the business front, and so the transition has been really smooth, and I'm happy with life.
Let's get you on some news of the day. Matt Ishbia, not fined. The Joker not suspended. What did you make of the altercation between those two? Nikola Jokic fined $25,000.
I don't think it was anything. It's the heat of the moment. Guys are competing. You're in the second round of the NBA playoffs, Western Conference. There was a lot at stake, and I'm glad nothing happened. Nothing major happened.
Was it a flop? Little flop?
It was a little bit of a flop, but look, you could tell he played basketball though. You could tell Matt played basketball. He knew how to take a charge. He would have sold most officials that were refereeing that game. But I'm glad nothing crazy happened, and we'll be able to get to see what we've been seeing already in the last 4 games is great basketball, man. Great basketball.
You're very close with Devin Booker. And Larry, he's kind of continued on the legacy you built, staying in one place the entire time. He talked about you, when he was younger, like following in your footsteps a little bit. To see where he's at now, what do you make of it?
His leadership, his poise, his determination, his drive, the way he's able to make other people better, making the right pass, defending, because they're constantly in the pick and roll. Every time Jamal Murray, so whenever he gets caught, either guarding Jokic or guarding Murray, he's got to do it all. And it just shows just his maturity, and he does it with such class and grace, too. There's no braggadocious, air bottom. He loves his teammates. He wants to be coached, and every single year he continues to get better and better and better and better. And adding Kevin, it's just like it's so much fun to watch him grow. And there's nobody I pull for more than him.
So Suns in.
Oh man, I just hope I hope it's in 6. I'm hoping it's in 6.
Also, the Cardinals, obviously a new regime over there. Put fans at ease a little bit. What do you expect from this team? There's been a lot this offseason. Did make a lot of moves, some drama too as well. What do you make of what they're building up?
Well, I think it's a slow process. We have to continue to, assemble great talent. I think it was a great step in the draft. A week or so ago. I think that the moves that we made to be able to acquire some more picks. Being able to get that pick from Houston next year. There's no telling, how their season's going to be. I'm hoping they have a terrible season, so they get a top 5 pick and be able to stockpile talent. That's really what it's all about at this point. Obviously, getting Kyler back healthy, as soon as possible. I hear he's having a good offseason and rehabbing, is feeling strong. So being able to have him back, when he's back and he's playing like he's capable of playing. He's such a dynamic player. I just hope, as a long-term Cardinal fan, that we have a great year.
Would you call D-Hop and tell him everything's gonna be okay?
I try to stay out of those type of things. I want what's best for him and want what's best for the team. I'm a big DeAndre fan. Obviously, he's a Hall of Fame talent and one of the best to ever do it. I want it to be a happy relationship.
All right, we got to send it back to the studio real quick. Mark would like a tomahawk steak. Caribe would like 3 steaks. Okay?
Caribe, where are you going to put it?
Guys, back to you. It's on his tab. He's buying.
I got you. Paying the tip, though.
No.